Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this graduation ceremony of the Tshwane University of Technology. Will you now please switch off all cellular telephones? Please do not leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. If you need any assistance, please ask one of our staff members. Will you now please rise and remain standing since the academic procession is about to enter the hall.
Good afternoon. Hey, you should be excited now, it's your day. Good afternoon. Sure, 4 years, 5 years of this, eh? We're just as excited. By virtue of the authority entrusted to me as a Chancellor, I hereby declare this gathering to be a lawful congregation of the Tshwane University of Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, a moment will now be granted for silent devotion. Thank you. You may be seated. Sanibonani, Dumelang, Goeiemiddag, Lotshani, Molweni, Shewani, In my capacity as Vice-Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, I want to extend a hearty word of welcome to Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, Dr. Gloria Serobe, Chairperson of the Council of the University, Mr. Ivan Gambonani, Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Professor Dinyego Maluleke, esteemed members of Council and committees, members of Senate, members of the Executive and Institutional Management Committee, representatives of labor formations, members of the ISRC and its constituent substructures, convocants, and alumni, donors, sponsors, and industry partners, esteemed graduates, parents, guardians, and friends. Manene na manenekazi, bomme libontate, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, Dr. Gloria Serobe, and the Vice Chancellor and the Principal, Professor Tinyiko Maluleke, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony, which is but one of our 2024 spring graduations. Of all the ceremonies that take place during any university's academic year, none are as significant and none as prestigious as a graduation ceremony. Such is the importance of graduation ceremonies that they alone are presided over by the titular head of the university, namely the Chancellor. It is the Chancellor who confers all degrees and awards all diplomas and certificates in the name of the university. The Tshwane University of Technology is fully appreciative of the stony road that many of our 60,000 students have trod on the journey towards graduation day. We are aware of the many rivers our students have had to cross. We recognize the mountains they have had to scale along the way. They have negotiated many types of hurdles. We know parents, guardians, and siblings who made great sacrifices to support our students. TUT students are some of the fiercest and the most resilient in the higher education sector. The late rapper Tupac Shakur might as well have been speaking of TUT students when he penned his rhetorical and metaphorical poem titled "The Rose That Grew from Concrete," which reads as follows: "Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's laws wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from the concrete when no one even cared." In this graduation, we too wish to say long live to the students who refused to give up. Long live to the students who have taken advantage of tiny cracks of chance and opportunity to emerge from the hard concrete of life. We acknowledge the tremendous effort that our students put into their studies. When the Tshwane University of Technology, TUT, also known as the People's University, opened its doors for the first time in January 2004, it also opened new windows of possibility for thousands of students. Since then, TUT has fundamentally changed the game of higher education in this country. Today, we can confidently say that the Tshwane University of Technology has become that university which only TUT can be in this country and the world. Look around you. In this country and elsewhere in the world, there is nothing quite like TUT. We at TUT are convinced that our undergraduate and postgraduate students deserve the highest quality of teaching and research training. From the first year to the final year, we immerse our students in curricula that is driven by the fourth industrial revolution. From the first year to the final year, we invite our students to the bridge that links academia to industry, there to immerse them in the intricacies of work-integrated learning and entrepreneurship. In that space where academia meets industry, our students are introduced to the emerging world of automation and artificial intelligence. To this end, some of the key attributes of TUT graduates are Number 1, future readiness and an aptitude of entrepreneurship. Number 2, the ability to engage in problem-solving innovation and impactful research. Number 3, the will to harness and leverage technology to solve the wicked problems of our time. Number 4, commitment to the prevention, combating, and elimination of gender-based violence. Number 5, commitment to environmental sustainability. And lastly, a thoroughgoing commitment to ethical conduct at all times. Only graduates who exhibit and practice the above attributes will contribute to the Africa we want, as spelled out in the Agenda 2063 of the African Union. In fact, this is the vision of Africa, which the late Kwame Nkrumah imagined when he said the following words in 1963. We shall accumulate machinery and establish steelworks, iron foundries and factories. We shall link the various nation states of our continent with communications. We shall astound the world with our hydroelectric power. We shall drain marshes and swamps, clear infested areas, feed the undernourished, and rid our people of parasites and disease. It is within the possibility of science and technology to make even the Sahara bloom into a vast field with verdant vegetation for agricultural and industrial developments. We shall harness the radio, television, giant printing presses to lift our people from the dark recesses of illiteracy. At TUT, we have designed our curricula and pedagogy to produce graduates who will have what it takes to contribute to the emergence of an industrialized, energy-secure, food-secure, technology-driven, and disease-free Africa. To ensure that our tremendous investment into future readiness is impactful, TUT students are trained and coached from the very beginning to get the basics right, namely, not to waste a single day of learning, not to lose a single week of studying, not to forfeit a single month of research, and never not squander the golden opportunity presented by each semester. From the first year to the final year, TUT students are taught to work purposefully, constantly, and consistently. To embed within our institutional DNA the ambition of producing graduates who are ready for the future of work, TUT established the Institute for the Future of Work in 2021, a flagship institute that champions future readiness and builds bridges between industry and academia. We were not the least surprised when the Department of Communication and Digital Technologies selected the Tshwane University of Technology together with the University of Johannesburg to join it as lead institutions in the founding of the Artificial Intelligence Institute of South Africa. Our participation in the Artificial Intelligence Institute of South Africa is especially focused on motor industry AI, farming and food production AI, 4IR manufacturing, AI in tourism, AI in transport, AI in health and telecommunications, area in which we already have considerable strength. TUT is more than a conventional university. It doubles up as an AI hub, a startup hub, and a center for entrepreneurial education. TUT is moving from good to great in every way and at every level. We are proud and delighted to announce that during the 2024 spring graduation season, 1,902 graduates will be added to our graduation numbers. Of these, 65 are doctoral graduates and 201 are master's graduates. Combined with the number of graduates from the autumn graduations earlier this year, TUT has contributed 12,606 graduates to the workforce of the country during 2024. Can we give TUT a round of applause, please? Thank you. Additionally, 4 honorary doctorates will be conferred to exceptional individuals who have made tremendous contributions to human development. These are Ms. Bongi Dlomo and Mr. Wouter Kelemen, Doctor of Art and Design. Professor Pitika Ntuli, Doctor of Language Practice, and the late President Samora Machel, Doctor of Public Affairs, posthumously. Before I wrap up my remarks, I would like to make a special appeal to all our guests today. Please make donation pledges to TUT. I'm particularly appealing for donations into the TUT Bursary Scholarship Fund, which is dedicated to assisting academically gifted but economically disadvantaged TUT students. It is with a sense of absolute confidence and pride that we release today the brand new list of our excellent and future-ready graduates. The late former President Nelson Mandela had the likes of our graduates in mind when he said, and I quote, "Education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that a child of farm workers can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another." As aptly captured by Nelson Mandela, our graduates have no option but to go on and fulfill not just their individual dreams, but the dreams of their parents and the dreams of the nation. To our graduates, I say, go and help us rid our country of gender-based violence. Play your part in ridding the world of hunger, poverty, inequality, and climate change. Help us build caring villages, sustainable cities, and compassionate communities. Future-ready graduates, go on and make your knowledge work for your country and the world. We congratulate you and we say, halala, halala. I thank you.
I think before I proceed to the next part, Sifago Khatu Medical University had their chancellor as Mr. Tito Mboweni, the ex-governor, the ex-minister of finance, and the ex-minister of labor. He passed on in the night of Saturday. I think as a university, it is fair for us to give him a minute of silence, if we can. Thank you. Thank you. We will now proceed to issue certificates, diplomas, and to confer degrees on the candidates whose names appear in the program, who, according to the academic standards of the Tshwane University of Technology, possess the fullness of knowledge and quality of skills to pursue their specific careers successfully. These candidates will hereafter be entitled to all the privileges associated with such certificates, diplomas, or degrees. I now wish to introduce to you the Assistant Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment, Professor M.B. Shongwe. Thank you.
Madam Chancellor, by the virtue of the powers vested in me by Senate, I have the honor of introducing candidates who have qualified for certificates, diplomas, and degrees. I now request that the candidates be introduced. I thank you.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receives the highest certificate in electrical engineering. Fundi Chepentela Miratule. Madlala Sandy Sianda. Sindani Elizabeth Lulama. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receive the National Diploma Engineering Electrical. Chauke Amukelani Ronald. Chauke Thomas Majuda. Chikana Tabo. Chimungo Hilda. Dipafa Verena Mankakane. Kopa Sebulelo Linda. Kosa Shongile. Kunene Sabelo. Lishalabe Mamadi Jackson. Loloane Zoleka Adelaide. Mabale Tabang Simon. Mabaza Khomulemo. Mabasa Vutlari Austin. Mabuya Edward Milato. Mathalela Chawe George. Matlangu Amaetle Burley Christine. Matlolele Ntwane Mpo. Malambu Tabo Darlington. Malaza Sinentlantla Memory. Maluleke Wali Katekani. Marishani Khudiso Theo Gracious. Mashichu Innocent Tsechofatso. Mashichu Rosemary Matsela. Mateba Reginald Khupucho. Matebula Ntwanano Elijah. Matebula Sibongiseni Mtokozisi. Mhlongo Thabo Moses. Mkonza Simpiwe Kenneth. Marco Potlako Urgent. Ndebele Nkangisi Sibusiso John. Mudau Giriboni Dora. Mukhashwa Makoko Pite. Mujapelu Tsepo Gabriel. Mulawa Nompumelelo Elina. Munyepau Khwadi Cheletla Ntetsana. Mushinga Simpane. Musoma Tsepo Macmillan. Mota Bonginkosi Msindo. Mkhunchwa Siviwe. Mtombeni Melusi Sizwe Sethu Trotha. Mtombeni Lawrence. Mudau Vonani Kesley. Mudau Vision Chumbezo Abegyo. Mufamedi Angtel Jubilant. Muhia Muloko Joshi. Mulaudzi Pindulo Mano. Nkambule Sanele. Nkosi Ncedile after. Nkosi Sipesihle Nkosazana Lephihlane. Nkosi Sipesihle welcome. Nkosi Thabo Ricardo Abekyo. Nkuna Kane. Nkwana Godfrey Solomon. Nsimbanyoni Kwanele Helen. Nkumalo Siphumelele Thabiso. Rafa Pa Jonas Letsatsi. Rapasha Makiti. Rikoto Nzivalelo Dlen. Rikoto Tsepo Kanyisa. Sidibana Mukhaji Justice. Sekgopotso Thompane Johannes. Silolo Tabang Gladwin. Siroka Khomotso Setlau. Shabang Guntonkoso Marcia. Somo Johannes. Tabete Siposetu. Tobejane Dion. Tubani Colin Madziba. Chingwavula Moyo Prosper Henry. Chimange Mukwana Zote. Vilakasi Wandile Percy. Chancellor Sir, Chancellor, Madam Chancellor rather, the following candidates received the diploma in electrical engineering. Chauke David. Freddy Lindokutle Kiotsepile. Kekana Tabang Michael. Kobe Kamugelo. Lekreu Kagiso. Mafuana Jedru. Magubane Simpiwe Kanyisani. Matlangu Nkosinati Aaron. Maila Mushengwe Boroshadi. Matata Dingani Matthews. Masina Zwakele. You can go, sir. Musuku Godwill Bekizwa. Mkambi Mpumelelo Ntando. Mudluli Nonsikelelo Magnificent. Mudira Tshwarelo Vincent. Mohotsiwa ke Mogelisedi Gelile. Mokgwajana Dipolele Morgan. Mpulo Rina Nkosokosela. Mthethwa Ntukuto Wandile Talentle. Mtsweni Pamela Sizakele. Mchabeleng Magakane APM. Ndubane Fundi Bill. Ngobeni Rivilo. Shokhole Ponso. Sibia Sandile Justice. Sitlangu Gitson Bongani. Kladi Moraka Sichaba. Sima Casual. Vuma Fortune Bonga. Zita Musa. Thank you. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates received the Baccalaureate Technologia in Engineering Electrical. Mabelane Amigo Mulawana. Magagula Kolani Isaac. Majola Punki. Monaki C. Clement. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates received BEng Tech in Electrical Engineering. Kafita Kuyungu Tatiana. Kumalo Nokolo Advocate. Lekhobe Umpumetsi Rochelle. Mabunda Mapula Vinolia. Machate Hopewell.
Just read the name.
Mukondeleli Lilian. Matlangu Precious Butle. Maleka Raisecha Palesa. Maisela Peggy Pindile. Mnisi Tlengiwe Londiwe. Mutane Shashane Godwin. Ntabane Austin Ndabuko. Muloko Bridget Palesa. Ngwenya Nonhlanhla Thuli. Ntelele Kolofelo Dean. Msibi Ntogozo Fortune. I beg your pardon. It's CB Sintogozo Fortune. Madam Chancellor, the following candidate received the Advanced Diploma in Industrial Design. Munosi Lesedi Khauhelo. Nikadi Robert Mukangi. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receives the Bachelor of Architecture. Deval Daniel. Ndingi Chuma Andy. Madam Chancellor, this candidate receives the BH Tech Electrical Engineering. Mdagane Sindiswe Samukeliswe. Madam Chancellor, also for Bachelor of Architecture, Myron Kharet. Moyo Vuyo Tabo. Ravat Kaila. Thank you, Madam Chancellor.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receives the Master of Engineering, Electrical Engineering. Kalengo Gundanji. The title of his dissertation is Design and Performance Investigation of a Low-Cost Flux Reversal Machine for Direct Drive Wind Generator, and was completed under the supervision of Dr. Akuru and Prof. O.M. Bupole. Kumalo Nkosinachi Sipo. The title of the dissertation is Testing and Evaluation of Standards for Reliability, Performance, and Safety Improvement of Induction Motors, and was completed under the supervision of Dr. U.P. Akuru and Ms. N.P. Memane. Mahapa Nokolo Tsarelo. The title of the dissertation is Early Detection and Mitigation Scheme for Internet of Things Based Threats in Smart Home Automation, and was completed under the supervision of Prof. T.O. Olwal. Mahlangu Jabu Sean. The title of the dissertation is Analysis of the Impact of Electronic Interferences EMIs in Substation Secondary Plant, and was completed under the supervision of Dr. A.O. Akumu and Dr. A.F. Nachi. Manyingi Buasa Endi. The title of the dissertation is Design of an Improved Hybrid Lithium-Ion Ultra-Capacitor Energy Storage System for Transport Vehicles, and was completed under the supervision of Prof. S.P. Chowdhury and Mr. L.J. Ngoma. Ntoli Ntobisi, welcome. The title of the dissertation is Modeling and Analysis of Hybrid Photovoltaic Fuel Cell Double Port Interface for Sustainable Power Supply, and was completed under the supervision of Dr. A.F. Nach and Dr. C.G. Richards. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates received Doctor of Architecture. Gravestein Petras Albertus. I now request the Supervisor Prof. Osman to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled The Cyber Flaneur and the Modern Ruin, Temporal Readings of Architecture, Petras investigated synchronicity as the outcome of the zeitgeist, as evident in architecture and its representation, and the smartphone as the tool to represent existing and create new architectures appropriate for our time. The most significant contribution of the research was the analysis of an archive of digital collages and short films produced by students of a curated list of 50 and 100-year-old local urban typologies to trace recognizable patterns and to apply them in the design studio. Petras's research was published in a peer-reviewed accredited journal, Imaging and Imagery in Architecture. Additionally, he has presented his research findings at 3 international conferences, investigating issues relating to the global versus the local, the physical versus the virtual space. Subsequently, the research was published as double-blind, peer-reviewed, full-length papers in conference proceedings. Thank you.
Madam Chancellor, I request now that you confer the degree of Doctor of Architecture on Petras Albertus Gravenstein.
Yes, thank you very much.
I confer the degree of a Doctor of Architecture on Petras Albertus Gravenstein. Congratulations.
Patel Sushma. I now request that the Supervisor Dr. Nkambule to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled It's a Small World, an Association of Architecture and Relational Economy, she explored the architectural economy of the Surti Indian neighborhood, focusing on the thematic narratives of islands, relations, aesthetics, and space through collective lived experiences. The community prospered within the Casbah's protective isolation, relying on a relational economy centered on the unity despite political and cultural challenges. The research finds the colonial and modernist styles to have limited the potential of the community's relational economy. The results of the inquiry were disseminated through peer-reviewed conference papers and peer-reviewed book chapters and one film documentary.
Madam Chancellor, I request now that you confer the degree of Doctor of Architecture on Sushma Patel.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Architecture on Sushma Patel. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates received the Doctor of Engineering, Electrical Engineering. Aderemi Banjo Ayote. I now request the supervisor, Prof. Bupola, to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Thank you. Banjo Ayoade Aderemi, in his thesis entitled Efficient Groundwater Level Monitoring Model Using Edge Computer Internet of Things and Machine Learning Techniques. He developed a model for monitoring and predicting the groundwater level using edge computer Internet of Things and machine learning techniques. The most significant contribution of the research was the design and implementation of an edge computer Internet of Things and machine learning system to efficiently monitor groundwater levels, show the geographical location of the system, and predict groundwater level in real time. The system is envisaged to assist the groundwater decision makers to reduce costs, efficiently manage groundwater resources, and reduce groundwater scarcity. The results of this research has been presented at one national conference and one international conference. 2 articles have been published in peer-reviewed journals, and one more article has been submitted for publications. The supervisors are Professor T.O. Olwa, Professor J.M. Ndabuki, and Dr. S.S. Mwanga.
Madam Chancellor, I request now that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering, Electrical on Banjo Ayo Ade Aderemi.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Aderemi, is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, congratulations. I now confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering, Electrical Engineering on Banjo Ayuwade Aderemi.
Allow Mushhud Akani. I now request the supervisor, Prof. O.M. Bupola, to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Moshood Akani Alao, in his thesis entitled Optimal Planning of Waste-to-Energy-Based Combined Heat and Power Plant on a Power Distribution Network, he developed a novel improved particle swarm optimization algorithm to achieve the aim of the research. The developed algorithm is more efficient and gives better results than the previous optimization algorithms found in literature. As a result of the novelty of this research, 6 articles have been published in reputable journals with high impact factor, while one is under review. The result has also been presented at 3 international conferences, and another one has been accepted for presentation.
Madam Chancellor, I request now that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering, Electrical on Mushud Akan Alao.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering on Mushud Akani Alao.
Benini Mutsundu Kiskat. I now request the supervisor, Prof. Bupola, to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Musidu Giscard Benini, in his thesis entitled Smart Load and Storage Control in a Distributed Renewable Generation System for Increased Self-Sufficiency, he developed a novel approach to optimally coordinate load and distributed energy storage in a grid with significant renewable energy generation. The most significant contribution of the study was the development of an iterative, decentralized, optimal load control strategy for large-scale direct load control. This efficient approach increased the likelihood of reaching a global minimum while ensuring flexibility, scalability, and redundancy in its implementation. As a result of the novelty of this research, one article has appeared in peer-reviewed journal. A second article has been submitted for publication and is currently under review. The result has also been presented at an international conference.
Madam Chancellor, I request now that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering Electrical on Misundu Kiskat Benini.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering on Mutsidu Giskat Benini.
Madam Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates. I sincerely thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now, at the conclusion of today's proceedings, like to express my thanks and appreciation to a few people. A sincere word of thanks to all the administrative and support staff involved in the arrangements of this prestigious function of the Tshwane University of Technology. To the graduates, you carry the dreams of the South African nation on your shoulders. Thus, the world-class qualification you now hold represents a contract with your country. As sons and daughters of Africa, yours is the challenge to craft the future of our country and continent. Now that you have become fully deserving TUT alumni, please go out and take the job market by the scruff of the neck. Go shape the future of work. Go translate the 4IR into everyday solutions to everyday problems. Go and professionalize the public service. Go and revolutionize the world of engineering and the built environment. Go show them knowledge that works. Greatness beacons. Greatness looks good on you. As TUT alumni, you must never stop moving from good to great. We at TUT will follow your careers with interest. We know that you will do us proud. I now request that all graduates please stand up for the reading of the Tshwane University of Technology's Entrepreneurs Credo.
graduate of the Tshwane University of Technology, I believe that strength of character and the search for opportunities are the products of initiative and innovation. I will therefore always strive to be outstanding rather than mediocre. I have learned to be resourceful and creative. I will, with enthusiasm, grasp and use all the opportunities I encounter. Being a true graduate, I will always consider the challenge to be greater than the risk. My independence and my self-respect are my pride and honor. My knowledge is my strength and my skill is my security. I will not bow down before anyone nor flee from any risk. My education and my abilities will enable me to stand proud and tall, unafraid of the future and with strength and independence to think for myself and to act on my own, to enjoy the fruits of my initiative and to serve my country with pride. This is what it means to be a graduate of the Tshwane University of Technology.
I'm going to ask you to face all the guests seated on your left-hand side and say a big thank you to them. To all graduates, the Tshwane University of Technology wishes you everything of the very best for the future. May God bless you every step of the way in your respective careers. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of this ceremony, and I need to make one final announcement. The audience, including the graduates, are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing after the congregation has been dissolved until the academic procession and the guests of honor have left the hall. I also request the doctoral degree candidates to join the procession as they leave the hall.
It's
Malala. Under the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the Tshwane University of Technology. Thank you.
Who can